I think like last to last session we looked at, I told you that you should, when you learn a verb, also see if you can learn the verbs with some prepositions, right? So, for example, the verb bestehen, right? It means to pass, right? To pass something. Then you have, if you learn the verb bestehen with aus, like preposition aus, so aus etwas dativ bestehen, it will mean something else, to consist of something, right? If I say ich bestehe, that means it means I pass. But if I say das Gericht besteht aus blah blah blah, right? That means the dish consists of this, and this, right? So, right? So for example, here, denken means to think, ich denke. But if I want to say I'm thinking about you, or I think about you, then I will say ich denke an dich, right? But if I want to say I think about something, instead of saying about someone, I say think about something, then I will have to use the preposition über and not an. Okay. So I will say ich denke uh, über meine Zukunft, about my future. Yeah. So I'm saying you should learn prepositions. Questions? Okay. So, but so this is how you frame sentences, right? But now you will learn, for example, if let's say, Karthik and you and I are very good colleagues, we work in the same office and we are very close, So let's say someday but we don't sit in the same cubicle. You sit in some other cubicle, I sit in some other cubicle, and at around 11:30, you are just before we go for our break, you're just coming to my office, and you see that I'm sitting like this, I mean, you can notice that I'm not feeling really well, or you think that I am lost somewhere in my thoughts, right? And just to make, because we are friends, you want to make fun of me, you will say, ah, about whom are you thinking, like, or where are you lost, or what are you thinking about, so you want to ask me these questions. How will you ask me this question, Karthikeyan? What are you thinking about? No, entire sentence. Please tell me, how will you ask what are you thinking about? What will be the W word? Yeah, but was will be what? You have to say about what are you thinking. Was Huber is almost correct, but it's not correct. I mean, I will know what. No, that's also wrong. Let's look at the another example. Arbeiter means to work, right? Arbeiter means to work, right? Ich arbeite. But if you want to say, let's say if I come to you, and let's say Karthikeyan tells me that, Rohit, he writes me that, Rohit, let's go for coffee, right? At 11:30, and I say, no, 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 I'm working. I cannot come. Of course, Karthikeyan, being a good friend, will say, what are you working about on? Right? What is this so important that you're working that you cannot come for coffee? So I say I'm working. Karthikeyan will say, what are you working on? Right? So I will say I am working. Ich arbeite an dem Bericht. Ich arbeite an einer Präsentation. Right? I can say you with the help of an, the preposition, right? The preposition an. But how will Karthikeyan ask, what are you working on? Right? So how do you do that? And for that you need to know the prepositions, and you need to know a few two rules. It's very easy. Let's look at those rules. Okay. So if you want to ask a question, right? And the question if is so preposition. So let's go back, right? Let's go back. Here I told you denken, an jemanden denken. So after an you will have a person. You know, if you use über, after über you will have an object. Okay, so after an you will have a person, after über you will have an object. Okay, so Karthikeyan, you come and you want to make, like, tease me, and you want to say, yeah, who are you thinking about, or whom are you thinking about? So then here you are using an, right? You have to use the preposition an in your W question, and here you will have to use the preposition über. So whenever you are asking a question about a person, you will have to use the preposition and then the W word. You will have to use the preposition and then the W word. So you will use the preposition an, and then you have to say who, but after an it is let's go back. After an, it is accusative. So who, where becomes what, Karthikeyan? Can I say an where? Denkst du? But after an, it should be accusative. So what is where in accusative? Wen, right? An wen denkst du? Correct? Correct. Now, but if you want to say about whom are you, not about a person, but if you say about what are you thinking, right? Then you are asking a question about anything except a person. Whenever the question after preposition, anything but not a person, like a non-living thing, then you have two options. You have to say wo and then the preposition, or you have to say wo preposition, and in between you will have the alphabet r or air. When will you have the alphabet air? Whenever the preposition begins with a vowel. So either it begins with a, e, I, o, u, or a, e, o, u, or a umlaut, o umlaut, o umlaut. Okay. So you understand the right? So whenever after preposition, it's like your question is about a person. So you just say the preposition and then the W word, whatever is appropriate over there. If the question is about anything, not a person or except a person, then you have to use wo preposition or wo air preposition. When do you use air? Whenever the preposition begins with a vowel or one of these umlauts. Okay. So please tell me here what will be the W word, Karthik, and think very carefully before answering. I'm saying you have to ask me, use the preposition über. What will be your W word? So it's the preposition is über. Tell me what is the W word? Why wem? I just told you it's not a person. But über begins with u, and u, no, for is not needed. Just vorüber. That's all. That's all. Yeah, vorüber. That's it. Uh, Please tell me why you're confused. No, but I just no, but here, like über etwas denken. It is not a person. Okay, okay, no problem. Uh, uh, okay. Let's see if you can do this exercise. So here you have to give me the look at this formula very carefully, Karthikeyan. Okay. So if the question is about a person, then you will have to say you will have to say the preposition, and then you will have to say the W word. If the question is about anything except a person, then you will have to say wo preposition. Yeah, Mukul, please ask. You have a question. You can unmute yourself. Okay. You can unmute yourself and ask. We cannot hear. Yeah, yeah, please. Okay, no problem. But you can, I mean, so what we are doing right now is, do you have any knowledge of German language or no knowledge of German language? Okay. Then, okay. Then you should go through the recordings of even before. But okay, you can, towards the end, you can ask your questions. No problem. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So Karthikeyan, you look at so you are asking questions where the answer will involve a preposition, right? So if the question is about a person, you will have to say preposition, then you will have to say the W word, whatever is appropriate, right? Then you have, if the question is about anything except a person, then you will have to say wo and then the preposition. But if the preposition starts with a vowel, a, e, I, o, u, or a umlaut, o, u umlaut, o umlaut, then there will be an R in between. Okay. So here you have the prepositions. The first, what will be the W? What will be the question? This one. Von jemandem etwas dative abhängen. Think person or not person? Both. So let's start for the person. Come on, Karthikeyan. It's simple. If it's a person, then start with the preposition von. And now what is the W word? You just said person and now you are saying was. Was is not for a person. Was is for an object. So if you want to say who, then what is the W word for who? Wo means where, Karthik. Okay, let's give someone else a try. Karthik, and you need to revise. Okay, yeah, you please revise. Where is also wrong. Sorry, okay, where you mean WER, right? Yeah, where is correct, right? Yeah, now where is correct. But where is it now? You have to use it in dative format, right? Because yemandam is dative. So what is where in dative? You're asking, you should tell me it's Vame. So von Vame is the question. Okay? Von Vame. Now if the question is about not a person, then what will be the W word? Correct. Very good. Let's try for the next one. Okay, it's the same thing, right? This one. Auf jemanden oder etwas Akkusativ achten. So what will first give me the W word for the person? It's a person. So the question will be where. And you just have to think whether it is accusative or dative or nominative. Jemanden is what? Accusative, dative, nominative. It is accusative. And where in accusative is? Yes, halfway. Now give me give me the W word with preposition for not a person, not whereof, worauf. Yes. Let's give Manjusha a try. Manjusha, can you thank you, Karthik. No, but if it's for not a wait, let me go back. If it is yeah, right? No, but so if it's not for a person, right? Then you start with wo and you add the preposition, and if the preposition starts with a vowel, you add the alphabet air. That's all, right? Right. So here it will be, like von wem uh, hängst du ab, wovon hängst du ab, you know, auf wen achtest du, worauf achtest du. That's all. Yeah, that's how you ask a question, right? So please tell me before I let Manjusha start speaking. Can you tell me now here on jemanden denken? So you know the same logic. You see that I'm lost in thoughts. So you want to ask about whom am I thinking? How will you ask? What is the W word? On wen denkst du? Correct. Correct. And here about what are you thinking? Thinking about, yeah. This is it's not a person. Yeah. Correct. Worüber denkst du? That's very good. Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. Yeah. Worüber denkst du? What are you thinking about? Thank you very much, Karthikeyan. Please revise. Let's give Manjusha a try. So Manjusha, you can start from here. an etwas dative Arbeiten. Please give me the W word, the entire sentence. How will you ask? What are you working on? Here is the logic. If you want to, logic is here. So you start with wo and the preposition. If the preposition starts with the vowel, yeah, vorana why does to voran, right? Air because it's next sentence. Okay, next sentence there is no preposition. Next one, aus etwas dative bestehen. Yeah, y- yeah, but say the entire sentence. Think of an example. What does this presentation consist of? Woraus besteht diese Präsentation? But you have to, it's one word. It's not, you're saying woraus. It's not two. It's just one word. Woraus. Yeah. Next one. I think Karthikeyan did the next one. So please tell me about this one. Über etwas dative, über etwas accusative nachdenken. You know, what are you reflecting on? This is A2. You should know nachdenken is a trennbare verb. So worüber denkst du nach? Okay. Yeah. Yes. More questions. Okay. So let me just give you the answers over here. So here you have. Okay. So this one, an jemanden or etwas accusative glauben. So woran glaubst du or an wen glaubst du? You know, what do you believe in? On whom do you believe? Or in whom, you know, something like that. Okay. So if it's a person, an wen. If it's not a person, woran. Here, you know, like nach jemandem suchen, wonach suchst du? Nach etwas dativ suchen, nach wonach suchst du? Okay. Sich akkusativ ärgern über, worüber, auf, worauf, über, worüber, an, woran, auf, worauf. Okay. So non-living, so we say worauf. If it's all living, then we would have said that auf wen. Okay. Yeah, that's all there is to this one. Uh, yes, do you guys have any questions? Because that's all I had to cover today. I wanted to discuss some vocabulary. Uh, let's discuss them, no problem.